All right.
Welcome, everybody. We are live in New York City. For those that don't know, I'm Scott.
And I'm Zach.
We're both with the Scotch Malt Whiskey Society. You see us from time to time. We are at Fine and Rare in New York City. We have a 100-person hosted event going right now. There is a lot of noise in the background, and I better check my headphones to see how the noise sounds.
How we sounding, Scott? We doing good? Yeah, good. Good to hear.
Sounds good. Sounded good. All right.
Awesome. Well, hey, I think we're all here for a reason. I must say so myself.
Oh, I need to plug into the right jack here to test our sound. We've got 3 whiskeys tonight we're going to showcase for you. These are 3 U.S. exclusive casks, all named by Neil Patrick Harris.
Yeah, that's exciting.
So I can hear now, and it does sound good. So I'm not hearing too much background noise. That's good. We're actually in a room off of the main room. It's right over here. Like I say, there's up to 100 people out there more, just with SMWS staff, and then the staff from the Fine and Rare as well. Music is playing, and
yeah, we're all rearing up to go tonight. It's a great evening. It was raining earlier here, but I mean, we're in New York. You can't complain. It's not Saturday night, but it's Monday night. So I think we can make Monday a pretty exciting day. So
absolutely. All right. So 3 U.S. exclusive casks for the gathering. The first one, let's get into it.
Let's do it.
We've got a 10-year-old 63.82 named Two Middle Fingers of Scotch. Again, named by Neil Patrick Harris. Got to taste in last year.
Yeah.
And for this event, so a year ahead. Right. This is a 10-year-old Speyside bottled at 66.3% ABV. Whopping, I should say a whopping 66.3% ABV.
Thank you much, Scott. Oh, you're trying to get me. I got a whole evening
to
go, man.
If we're going to do it,
I do it for the people.
Go home. What do they say? Go big or go home, right?
Yeah, something like that. I mean, it is big. It's 66.3%. I don't need too much of this.
All right, let's see. Just a couple people. Looks like Dustin Ward is in and commenting. Scott Friedland. I got to meet Scott down in Austin last weekend at the Bastards Ball. Mamuka 1977 is tuning in. Greg Plannert, Dustin Ward, Andy Shords. Excited about that 66.3%. So out of the norm, we do have kind of sound canceling mics here, which we normally don't have. We do have these in our face. You're going to have to put up with it. It cuts down on all the background noise. So, yeah, It's a necessary evil.
If you can't hear me, just tell me, and I'll talk a little louder. Or I can talk like this, but then I look funny, and I don't want you guys to think that.
You do have to get right on top of the mic. So, Too Slow is tuning in. Jeffrey Sears, Big Dog, John Ingman. I have not had any cigars yet, John.
Ooh, we should find a cigar lounge tonight.
Oh,
I don't know where one is. There might be a few here, but
I bet you somebody here brought some cigars with them.
Somebody had to.
Hopefully some people out there are watching us on YouTube right now
and can hear us saying that.
So Zach,
hint.
Zach and I are going to zip through these 3 whiskeys, kind of do a little bit quicker look at them than we generally do. And we're going to grab some people from out here and bring
some
them
guests.
in, two or three guests, SMWS members, and bring
team
them in and
members
talk to them.
Well. You might see some familiar faces. Some you might not know, but we want everybody to have a sip here. So why not?
All right.
Well, hey, cheers, Scott.
Sure. Cheers.
Till Monday night. Wow.
Oh, these glasses have the Fine and Rare.
They do. Yeah, I just noticed that.
I hadn't seen that. Kind of hard to nose out of. Oh, well, no, there's the sherry is there.
It is very, very aromatic.
Both of these, this is a 10-year. The next one we're going to look at, both of these, we'll get into the second one more in detail. Both of these are exclusively Oloroso, Spanish oak Oloroso matured.
But they're both actually double matured, and they were both Oloroso casks on each of them. So they went from an Oloroso cask to another Oloroso cask.
Right.
Usually reason being, first fill Oloroso, you don't know what you're going to get out of those first fill casks when you age them for a long period. So I think this one at least smells like they've done it right here. So I don't want to talk too early. I haven't tasted it yet, but
let's see. There's Scott Friedland says, is it only my internet or did we lose him? Hopefully our connection here is not the best. Hopefully it holds up and gets us through the night.
Yeah. We are
Sue,
on a very weak public Wi-Fi, but we're doing our best for you guys.
That's right. Sue says, oh, Scott is in the city too. Yep, we're all here. Scott, Zach, Jenna, Ben.
Hey, we're waiting for you to join us, Sue. You should come by soon.
I would imagine that's the Sue that we were talking about.
Sue. It is.
That was wanting to come tonight, but we didn't have the tickets. So nice Oloroso notes that you would expect: figs and plums, brown sugars, cinnamons.
There's a slight nuttiness to it too, not too much in your face, but the notes are there. Maybe a little almonds, like those cinnamon dusted almond. What are they? Blue. Who's that almond brand? Blue Diamond.
Blue Diamond.
Yeah.
Yep.
You ever have those really hard ones?
I just cheered the microphone stand here. Not used to that, having that up in my face. All right. Started at, I think it was 11
a.m. this morning.
11 a.m. this morning for the whole week. Free shipping. So take advantage of it.
These bottles, when they come out tomorrow, free shipping on all of them. This is free ground shipping. No, you're not going to get it overnight, but hey, as long as it makes it to your house, you're going to drink it, right?
Bill Monteith saying Scott bringing the flavor of Wichita to the Big Apple. I don't know how much flavor is transferring over. I think it may be just a hint.
What do you bring from Wichita? What do you guys grow out there? Corn?
Oh, there's corn. There's wheat.
Okay.
There's some tumbleweeds.
Pardon my ignorance. I don't know much about Kansas, I must say.
Down along the Oklahoma line, there's some trees growing down there.
Oh,
Cheers.
Cheers. Let's drink it. Let's do it.
Wow.
My first reaction is this doesn't taste like 66.3%, but it has the flavor of a 66.3%. I mean, my mouth is coated. And this is only how old? 10 years?
10-year-old Speyside. 66.3. Yep, 66.3%.
Nice.
Such a mouthfeel on this, though. It's just a blast.
I'm getting a lot
of flavor.
Cherry.
And I just realized we need a straw, and there's one right over there.
Oh, a straw. Let me get it.
Grab that straw. I'm going to have to add some water to this thing. This is a beast. But really, though, I mean, the sherry notes are so full on this one. 10 years of exclusive sherry maturation. And just a blast. All the sherry notes that you expect. Dark, figs, plums, raisins, all the spices.
I don't know if water's going to work in this, but we're going to try.
Yeah. No.
Paper straws, guys. Here we go.
If you want, go ahead and go run out and grab a straw if you want to.
They're all paper, though.
It might hold up long enough.
Let's get a paper. Let's get one.
Oh, that's okay. Zach's going to grab a straw for us for our water, but neat. Such at 66.3%, this is going to handle water pretty well. Let us know how we're doing too with the background noise. The door is opening and stuff, people coming in and out, but hopefully the mics are taking care of that for us. You may hear a little bit of noise once in a while.
Sorry, guys, I'm back.
That was quick.
There you are.
Good. This thing is a beast at 66.3, but still it's very palatable. I'll add a couple in there on that one. Leave the straw sit out so don't get those paper straws. Get water soaked. And Jenna just come in.
Jenna's coming to crash the party, everybody.
They're like, Jenna's not there. Oh, yeah, she is.
Big Dog, Bird Dog says, hello, Zach. How we doing, Bird Dog? And Bill, cheers to you as well, Bill. I believe I saw Mr. Whiskey Goodness out there. Meyer, cheers to you, sir. What are you saying, 66? I don't see any 66s here, Sue.
63.
There is a 63 here.
63.82, 66% ABV.
Yeah, 66%. So this is a 66% ABV, not a cask or distillery number 66.
Water definitely bringing out more of the sweetness in the breeze.
Yeah.
even the brown sugars a little bit, really kind of, and this was a very palatable neat, but water, I think, definitely helping this one. Some people will be surprised that I say that.
Hey, let me see. Let me add a little bit here. I don't typically add too much water just because I just drink it neat, but
ooh,
the water definitely.
Adding a little bit of a floral note as well. Some nice rose petals coming out, almost kind of that tropical note you'll get sometimes with some whiskeys.
I'm getting a lot of like caramel cherry. I don't know if anybody watches like Great British Baking Show, but you know how they like dip the cherries in the caramel and then flip them upside down and they let them like drip. It's kind of what it tastes like. That hard caramel candy. Cool. That tartness of a cherry that was really cool.
Luxardo cherries.
Luxardo. Those heavy. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Delicious.
This is.
Come on, don't leave that in there. It's gonna get water soaked.
Ooh. I messed up, guys. I'm sorry.
Gonna add a second drop of water on that one. But I like this one with water. It was very good neat. That's a kicker though at 66.3%. I'm gonna need a pour glass here as well. We didn't plan ahead here too much. We're busy. We're out talking with all the guests and everything. It's like about time to go to live, and here we are.
Yeah, there's a ton of people out there. It's hard to say hello to everybody. I'm only one man. I talk a lot, trust me, but it's still hard. So if you are here, if you are live with us outside in the other room, please do say hello when I come back out there. I'll be happy to chat.
There's a dump glass if you want to use that one. Rinse out here. We're going to move on to the next one. That one, these are available tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern time. These 3 casks, as well as there's a few other bottles in the mid-month outturn.
Yes.
And I do not have that list with me either tonight. So sorry about that, folks that are watching. You'll have to wait till tomorrow to see what comes out. There's another 6 bottles, I want to say, probably coming out with a mid-month outturn.
You're a little more knowledgeable than I am around this subject at the moment.
I could probably let's look it up real quick, because since I'm thinking about it, we might as well be accurate with it. But like I say, I do not have the list for you folks.
Listen,
sorry
Scott,
about that.
I must say, if you add a lot of water and a little whiskey, that's some great water. It adds great flavor to the water.
Really?
Just that little remnant. That was nice tasting.
Oh, no. Okay, so these are the only 3 bottles coming out. Everything else was at the first of the month.
But
so,
with that said, being that these are exclusives, there's a very large amount of these bottles coming out. I believe this one specifically has around 600 bottles.
Yeah, a little over 600 bottles on this one,
so
on the 10-year 63.
Shortage of supply.
And we'll talk about it. This one, the next one, 15-year, we're going to move on to. There's 570 bottles of it. And then we've got a heavily peated edition coming up from a hogshead, a little bit smaller outturn, but 192 bottles of it. We'll get into those later.
Wow. All right, let's do it.
Let me see what you say. Let me see if my whiskey tainted water.
I think I did something. Somebody steal my business idea and bottle whiskey flavored water. Not that hasn't ever been probably suggested before. Let me pour this for you here, Scott.
You bet.
If you're ready.
Thank you.
There we are. Ooh.
Well, and so we didn't show the color on the first one. They're pretty consistent. The first one, the 10-year, and then this 15-year. That's the 10-year, if it'll focus. But you can see, and as we've got a light right in front of us hitting it. Yeah. It's pretty dark.
I will say, though, let's just side by side. That one's a little darker than this.
Do you think
almost,
so?
Fractionally. There's more in that one, obviously,
okay.
Making it a little darker. But the sherry casks were both first fill in the second maturation. The first one was a first fill ex Oloroso butt, whereas this one is a first fill ex Oloroso butt.
Yeah, so both Spanish oak Oloroso again.
So the first one's actually just ex Oloroso, and then the first fill ex Oloroso. This one is ex Oloroso American oak into first fill ex Oloroso.
Okay. Yeah, and
but
then
exciting.
Yeah.
So this one is an American oak on this one.
Well, see, the website is going to. I think the second one is back into the Spanish Oloroso oak. Mm-hmm. So 15-year cask 41.143. Again, this one named by Neil Patrick Harris. A junior suite at the Cask Resort. 15-year-old Speyside, 59.1% ABV. Deep, rich, and dried fruits profile, or DIRTIF, as it's become known. And this one will be $170. $130 on that first one, the 10-year. Both great values.
And again, both free shipping this week.
A little bit nuttier and a little bit more oak.
There is. I'm getting a little more vanilla on this one too. I don't typically get too much vanilla on these sherry casks, but
maybe a burnt vanilla.
Yeah. You know what? It's like a toasted marshmallow kind of deal where it's melted on top of a s'more.
Yeah.
I know that has nothing to do with vanilla, but vanilla marshmallows, I guess.
Looking at some comments that are rolling in here. Again, those tuning in late, we're live from New York City tonight. We're at the Global Gathering kickoff in the U.S. We're at an event, 100 members signed up. We sent out an email, said, hey, we're hosting this event. We've got 100 seats available, and about 45 minutes later, all 100 seats were filled up.
Yeah, and there are another about 50 people on the wait list as well. So this was an exciting one for members. It was a big gathering. It's been awesome.
We're at the Fine and Rare in New York City. Very nice place, dining. It's filled up with people out here. Bar is running. We had a champagne or a highball cocktail that was being made with the Tabanco Time, the blended batch release from a few months ago.
Yeah. We had some bagpipes playing. We had a bagpipe guy fly in, and he's great. This has been a truly Scotch-centric event here. So it's been great getting back with all of our members and really being able to be together as a team again. So it's a really exciting evening for us.
Yeah. And take advantage. Someone's still pointing out Super D saying free shipping again this week. Take advantage of our free shipping to celebrate the global gathering with us through, I believe, Friday midnight Pacific time. Free shipping on the website for all your orders.
Yeah.
Standard ground shipping. You can't have it expedited or overnighted for free, but standard ground shipping is free. So let's get in on the palate on this one. Cheers.
Cheers. Let's do it. It's chewier.
A little bit thicker. Now, at first, I thought before we went live, I was like, the 10-year-old I thought had a little bit more punch to it, and the 15 was a little bit mellower. I don't know about that, though.
You know what? I'm thinking this one is a more direct punch, whereas the other one was maybe a bit more round and further along on the cheeks and palate as well.
More tobaccos with this one. I just got definite tobacco.
A lot more earth.
Yeah, earthiness, more.
I'd say more pipe tobacco than like cigar.
Oh, yeah.
So there's a little bit more flavor to it. You're getting a little bit more fruitiness, maybe.
Mamuka's asking if this event is going to happen next year. Also, I'm the wrong person to be asking,
but hey, I think there's a good chance that it could. It could.
Yeah, we'll see. It'd be nice to get there, but the nicest thing for me is having Zach here, having Jenna, Ben, Paige, Brianna, everybody together, and Tom in one room.
I've never met this guy in my life in person. So to be able to see people that we haven't seen in 3 years, and being able to do it around a spirit we all very much enjoy is wonderful.
I'm a little disappointed though, because all the lives that we've done together, I thought Zach was smaller than me, and he's not. He's bigger than me. So I'm like, this can't be right.
He just called me fat on live stream. I just want to point that out to everybody.
I do need to up my leg. I need to up my legs and my squats. I can tell you that much. What? We're just on 2. Yeah. About 10 more minutes.
Oh, does Ben said he wanted to come say hi to everybody.
Ben and Paige just stepped in the room.
We'll see some of them later, so you guys don't worry, you won't miss out on them. We try to have a little bit of fun here at the Scotch Malt Whiskey Society, so please do join in on that.
You bet. All right. No, definite more nuttiness. More of the, it's almost like like burnt almonds instead of toasted almonds. Sometimes you just get like a nice roasted or a toasted almond. It's almost more like burnt almonds, nice tobaccos, little bit of leather, but
I'm getting that leather.
And I haven't added. Did you add water yet?
I have not.
Right, I haven't either. One more sip, neat.
Have anybody ever go into a room or a restaurant where they have those like cowhide rugs? I've obviously never tasted one, but in terms of smell, that kind of leather that it gives off, it still has a little bit of their fur or whatever. I don't know what cows have, fur or
hide.
Yeah,
cowhide.
That's that leather I'm getting. It's not too fresh. It's not bright and vibrant. It's a little worn down, but it's also not old and musty. It's really cool.
Yeah.
I was not expecting that from this. So let me add a little water as well.
Yeah, I just added a drop to mine. Let's see what happens.
I added, oh God, I broke it again. Sorry. All right, let's see this.
We should have grabbed a couple straws.
Yeah, we did. Hold on.
Oh, do we have more? All right. Okay, good. We're good. More spiciness, I think, with this one with the water. More of the nuttiness, more of the oak. I don't think this one, the other one got a little fruitier. More of the berries showed a little bit sweeter. I don't know if this one's getting sweeter, but it's getting spicier.
Yeah.
It's getting nuttier and a little bit oakier, I think you'd say, with water.
And to that point, adding water doesn't always dumb the whiskey down. Sometimes it does actually upset those alcohol, those ethanol molecules that really puts it in your face a little bit more. So this this might be one of those examples, and I haven't tasted it yet, that water actually doesn't help the whiskey more so than not hurt, but put it more in your face.
Right. And I think that's one of the beautiful things with our whiskeys, the Scotch Malt Whiskey Society whiskeys, being cask strength, non-chill filtered, having that high ABV, is, to me, they do accept water pretty well. And I would say 9 out of 10, if not higher, water helps.
Oh, yeah. But there is, and this is just the nature of whiskey in general. It is nature. This is not scientifically created, to where sometimes water isn't going to do the best. But I agree that spice is much more in your face. It is a lot less fruity. I think it's a bit more straightforward. But I would very much enjoy this neat any time of the day. Maybe not at like 8 a.m. But hey, teach their own, guys. You guys do what you got to do.
Let's see. Scott Friedland is saying he definitely got more spice on this 41. So this one saying he got more spice than on the 63.
Okay.
Jeff Timmy saying what? I thought this didn't start till 8. No, 7 p.m. Or no, it was an hour early this week, actually. Usually it is 8 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah.
But the event actually started, we were letting people in at 6:30 to 8:30. And so we're going live at 7 East. We are an hour early.
Yeah. But I'm actually stoked for this Pete. So I'm rushing Scott a little bit because I want to drink some of this heavily peated stuff.
I wasn't done with that 15 year. That one's good.
Let's see this whiskey.
Let's
see this whiskey flavored water this time. Oh, that was interesting. It's like a butterscotch kind of deal there.
Butterscotchery.
Butterscotch water. Anybody taking notes? These water ideas are just flowing today.
It's probably because we spent all day in the same room.
We did. We definitely did do that.
We are in one of the back rooms at the Fine and Rare. There is a lot of noise out here. If you notice, it is a little bit different setup for this live stream. We had to bring in kind of some noise canceling microphones and it's good because there's bagpipes playing out there. People are talking.
Yeah.
Glasses are clanking. We had somebody dropped a whole tray of glasses a little bit ago and they shattered everywhere. All right, let's get our banner changed up here on this one. We're moving on to the third offering. This will be available again tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern time. And this one as well, named by Neil Patrick Harris. This is cask 16.56. Distill my peating heart. Not beating heart.
Yeah.
Peating heart.
And I just want to point out this really cool thing I just noticed. The exclusive to the USA is now written. You guys probably won't be able to see this. But let me see if I can put it up to the camera. Let me
It
know
won't.
if this focuses.
Yeah, it won't focus that close probably, but we can see. Let me hide my face. Well, it's got the face.
If you guys get these bottles, if you look right above the color label here, the strip.
Oh, they're not going to be able to hear you. Zach is saying, yeah, you can point to it again. Oh, yeah.
If you guys get one of these bottles and you flip it on the side and you look above this colored strip, it now says exclusive to USA. That's how you know that we are the only branch of the Scotch Malt Whiskey side to receive these bottles in the whole world.
Yeah. So, usually, though, there is a little stamp on there, though, that says U.S. exclusive. But this one probably because they also have Global Gathering on here as additional, so they probably didn't want to put the other stamp on there, too. But, yeah, so these are all 3 U.S. exclusive casks just for the Global Gathering, all 3 named by Neil Patrick Harris. 2 out of 3 are delicious. We'll let you know what the third one is here, but I can smell it.
We did not taste this one yet. Just for the record, this one doesn't taste bad. We haven't tasted it yet, so we just don't know.
Right, we're 2 for 2 so far, but I bet you we're going to be 3 for 3.
And so we know, George Kaplan did say just the 16 was U.S. exclusive, so the 16 is the only one that says it. That is as far as we know. Just looking on the fact sheet here, this is the only label that does say exclusive to USA. So
no, as far as I know, in the website, the product pages will all show U.S. exclusives. So, and I mean, our allocation on the first one was the 63.82 was 618 bottles, and that's what our spreadsheet shows came into the United States. 575 on the 15-year, 41.143. And 192, a little bit less on this 12-year heavily peated, but it's from a hogshead, not a sherry butt.
Yeah, the other 2 are from butts. So,
and I've shown you the color on this one. I don't know if it's showing through or not. That it's a recharred hogshead is our cask on this, and it's definitely picked up a lot of influence for a 12-year-old. That recharred hogshead has really had an influence on this one.
I have to say, on the nose, if anybody out there drinks wine or champagne, this has a massive oaky Chardonnay, but on lees. Like, there's a very buttery characteristic here that is specific to a bottle on lees that is so good on the nose. This is phenomenal.
Mamuka says the You Got actually sounds pretty damn good. Big Dog says none of the background noise is coming through at all. In fact, your own voices fade away whenever you turn your heads at all. Yeah, that's the only problem is we have to really focus on talking right into the mics. You have to have these mics to cut out all the background noise. So,
yeah, necessary
evil. And like I say, we're going to get through this third cask here. We're going to bring on a couple of members, somebody that's here out attending the gathering, and
I'm going to disappear. So you guys are going to be stuck with Scott, but you might enjoy that a little bit more.
All right.
Hey, cheers to this.
Cheers.
Heavily peated is so proper in this instance, but it is so divine. It is velvety and flavorful. And Sue points out, I'm not the biggest peat fan. It is not my first choice. But with that being said, it is something that I can appreciate in something that is well balanced. And here the peat is heavy, but it's not iodine medicinal bandage style of peat. This is a very top hat monocle style proper peat where it is there, the flavor is there, but it comes through with a lot of other flavors. And I'm getting that butteriness. I'm getting that balance and that mouthfeel without being overwhelmed by the peat, which is really cool.
I think this recharred hogshead on this one has played. Okay, so if you took a 12-year from an ex-bourbon cask or a refill bourbon cask, they're very pale in color. They pick up very light influence from the cask. You get the peat and you get some citrus notes and some fruity notes and a little bit of sweetness. This one has such an impact. Much more caramel is showing, much more brown sugar, heavy peat. As I lifted it up to take my sip, I got just like I was at a carnival and you was walking by the roasted peanut stand.
Oh,
and the smell hits you just all over on this one. But just nice toasted notes and peat, thick, heavy peat, earthy.
I love that everything about these flavors though are bold, and it's not overwhelmingly bold. It's each flavor lets you know it's there without really overwhelming each other.
I see the boss is poking his head in, seeing what was going on.
Making sure we're doing our jobs
sure
right.
he's probably working. Like, those guys are probably just sitting back there drinking.
We are. The joke's on him. We're drinking with all you guys, so we're having a great time.
I'm trying. Okay, so pick out a fruit. What fruit? This is what I'm trying to tell.
Okay.
Maybe some burnt orange. Like
Okay.
you take the orange and you squeeze the zest and you light the
Okay.
spritz on fire, like you'll do with some cocktails sometime. But as far as that, I'm trying to. There's like a brown sugar sweetness. 5 more minutes.
We're good.
And we'll whoever's closest.
Fruit.
What? I'm trying tobacco. I just got a nice tobacco.
You ever had
cigar wrapper?
Ooh. You ever had, and I'm going to say this, he said tobacco. You ever had a dark chocolate raspberry candy bar to where the dark chocolate is very bitter and in your face, but then you get that little hint of raspberry that comes through? Or maybe it's like a dark chocolate bar with like crunchy raspberry candies in it. It's not really light and fruity and tart, but there is a very distinct red or blue style of fruit in there that I'm just not like. I get their orange. I get a lot of orange peel and zest, but that's because I prefer it. So my brain says, hey, there's some orange zest in there, and I say thanks. But
yeah,
this is a really cool one. I say it though. You said tobacco. There's a lot of tobacco rolls for home roll cigarettes that do come in like those grape and raspberry flavors. And so in pipe tobacco, those are usually what they go with because they're much more in your face. You can smell them.
And as you said that, I've smoked the acid cigars, the Cubas.
Of course you have.
That's what that's really sweet cigar wrapper.
No. They're still earthy though. It's not tart and sweet and sugary. There is just that hint of sweetness on the band.
Yeah. But so the thing is though, like I was kind of mentioning, if this was like a 10 or a 12-year-old ex-bourbon or a refill ex-bourbon barrel, they're lighter in color. You get the peat, you get some citruses, maybe some lemon, some powdered sugars. This is really completely different because it's heavy peat, but that recharred hogshead has added so many toasted notes and caramels and brown sugars. And like you said, make like a dark chocolate with a hint of raspberry type note. Those things, it's just, it's really neat. It's really interesting. And it's a gorgeous, heavily peated whiskey.
I think what I've pulled from this is Scott and I need a cigar. But no, genuinely, I do want to add water to this.
I was going to say, I haven't added water yet. I didn't know if you had.
I've just been drinking the whiskey. That's not a sign. I'm not playing favoritism, but I've just been sipping on the whiskey.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's all. Those notes that we've been talking about have all been neat.
Yes.
So,
absolutely.
And this one is what 61.1. 3 heavy hitters here.
It is, man.
And somebody was asking what the first 2 bottles were. I'll just show you real quick. We started with a 10-year-old. That was this one. These are all 3 again U.S. exclusive casks available 1 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow. Take advantage of our free shipping for the week. 10-year-old 63.82, a whopping 66.3% exclusive sherry maturation. We went to a 15-year, another Speyside exclusive sherry maturation, a junior suite at the Cask Resort, 59.1% ABV. Again, deep, rich, and dried fruits or Dirtif profile, $170, $130 on the 10-year-old. And now we're looking at the heavily peated 16.56.
That with water removes a lot of that peat layer and brings a lot more vibrancy to the whiskey. And it doesn't delete the peat. It doesn't remove it. It doesn't make it null and void, but it brings everything else forward. It almost moves, for you Photoshop peeps, it almost moves that peat layer a few layers back into the background versus being that forefront layer.
Well,
I don't know how to
getting,
use Photoshop, but I know that's a thing. So
yeah. I don't know. I think the peat actually is kind of being drawn out for me now. Definitely more earthy, more nutty. Yeah, I'd even say it's a little bit spicier, a little bit of a pepper
I get like
spice
a
with it.
white pepper kind of
White
deal, yeah.
pepper. Okay, I'll go with that.
Maybe white peppercorn.
Yeah. I still like the kind of the bitter dark chocolate in here though for the sweetness.
That for sure is always there, and I love that. Ooh, I
Yeah.
didn't mean to move that.
All right.
Well, hey, I think it might be my time here to go, and I know there's a lot more exciting people out there that are rearing to join. So,
if you would,
yes.
hopefully Ben is gonna, I think, bring in our guests. There's some glasses right over there. Just grab a couple. I think those will work, and we can pour these with the guests as they come in.
I'm a man for the people, so I will do whatever I have to do.
But we can wait for Ben to come back in. Again, these are the only 3 whiskeys being released 1 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow. No more to the mid-month outturn. Any questions, anything? Let me look at the comments here real quick.
I will give you guys a quick goodbye and say thank you all for having me. Hopefully you guys enjoy the rest of your night with Scott and all the guests. And please feel free to reach out, say hi, say hello. I love emails. Unless you have a lot of questions, then, make me work a little too hard. But otherwise, I'd love to chat. Give us a call. I will see you guys and enjoy the rest of your night with Scott. So
yeah, we'll see who else. I don't know if we'll be able to get Ben on camera or Jenna again or not. Ben and Jenna were busy today doing some stuff on the side, and I think they're
cameraed out.
They're cameraed out.
I will see who I can get in here for you guys. So you guys have a good night. Thank you for joining. I'll chat with you all later.
Yeah. See you, Zach.
All right.
All right. I will move over here a little bit. Look at some comments that we've got coming in. Again, 1 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow. These bottles, and again, take advantage of our free shipping all week. I believe it's until Friday, 12 p.m. Eastern time, or Pacific time, 12 p.m. Pacific time. That free shipping should be happening this week. As for ground shipping, any state, place your order and take advantage of that. So, George Kaplan is saying, all my 16 bottles of Distillery 16 always improve over the life of the bottle. Looking forward to this one. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Let's go. Let's get some small. Those are bigger than I thought. Yeah, if you can get a few. All right, Ben is here. Come on in, Ben. Now you'll have to get as close as you can to the mic. You got to be 2 or 3 inches from it.
I have one of these at home.
There you go.
It's a mic.
But we're good. Nobody has heard any of the background yet. So good.
We have 69 viewers right here. Cheers.
Cheers.
So everybody, how's it going? What's going on?
So how's it going outside?
It's going good. We have about 100 members. Where am I looking? The camera's right there. About 100 members in from actually most of them from New York. We're streaming from about Midtown Manhattan right now. It's been good, man. It's crazy because a lot of people you realize we haven't seen in years, of course.
Yeah.
But even just our team. Funny thing about just behind the scenes, the SMWS team, we've never been all together in person ever. Of course, the pandemic changed a lot of that, but we've expanded our team since during the pandemic, as you guys probably know. You've seen on YouTube and elsewhere. And so, it's good. We'll have a lot of members coming in, a few at least, I think, coming in. They'll be sharing their thoughts of the whiskeys. Everything I would imagine you just went through, Scott, and tasted. Everybody's out here in person tasting as well. And so we try to do the setup where we were like, let's show everybody in the background. But this is the most comfortable room in the house, right? It's really good to be here.
The air conditioner's working pretty good in here.
Oh, man, the air conditioner is great. I wish you can all see. We have this the most professional lighting setup of all time. We're really doing it. We're doing it big here at the Gathering live stream.
I do like this light bar. Matter of fact, I may have to look into those. That right there, it's nice.
Who else? We have Mr. Tar Life himself, Matthew J. Ryan. He's going to make an appearance on the channel here. And what else is cooking? I assume Pickley Do's here and GCap.
I haven't seen Pickley Do. I've been watching the comments. Of course, there's been a lot rolling in, and a lot of people joined from when we first started. But no, so 100 people. We had the bagpipes playing. This event, like I talked about, we sent out an email, said, "Hey, we're doing we're kicking off the global gathering." 100 people, and it was maybe within 45 minutes that it was filled up.
Yeah. Well, less. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's amazing. We wonder. I don't know, man. I feel like we went through 2 years of. I really enjoy that. What we're doing right now has been. We've heard a lot. It's funny. We've heard a lot of people today out there. I mean, you've been here, but out there, people were saying, "Man, during the pandemic, I really appreciate what you guys were doing with this stream," which is kind of crazy because you've been a whiskey tuber for a long time, so it's maybe you don't ever maybe you hear these compliments more often, but people are just saying, "I appreciate you doing this." But it really is great to hang out with people in person, and I just when I was getting to a point where I'm thinking like this is all I really ever need. It is still great, and I'm looking through the chat right here and seeing some of these people that I've had a chance to meet in person. GCAP, we met in Wichita years ago, and I'm just thinking like it is great to get together. So for anybody who's not here tonight, which is everybody watching, I presume, it'll be fantastic to do that at some point.
Amy Buxton points out that Pickley Do is here at the event.
Okay, so we have to go get Pickley Do on the stream.
We should.
Wait.
Pickley Do watches every live stream.
Wait, Pickley Do's not watching the live stream because he's here.
Because he's here.
This is classic. That's amazing. And
I don't know who Pickley Do is.
Oh, we're gonna go. I'm gonna go. Just
should we announce
get
it?
on the mic for 100 people. Where's
Pickley Do?
Pickley
You're
Do
needed in the back room.
Can someone describe Pickley Do? We've seen his profile pic on YouTube. All right. Well, I'm going to go on a mission. Mario is going to come on. So Mario Campo, who's a member of ours for a number of years. Maybe you guys have seen him. He's good friends with Roy Duff, Aquavite. And I had met Mario in Pickley Do. I met him in New York, and then we ran into each other on Isla with Roy a couple months ago. And he's going to come on. He's a wealth of knowledge for whiskey as well. And we got a few other members. I did Matthew Ryan. The inventor of the tar life phrase, which we use so commonly, which is only rivaled by the Durduff. Of all the inner lingos, it's only that. So Mario, come on board. We're just talking about you. Oh no. Well, everybody, we're gonna go find Pickley Do.
We do need to find Pickley Do. His name is Chris.
Adam
Clary says he pinged him on Discord. Let's see if he's got his phone in his pocket. He may.
Yes, drop the ping. And anyway, Mario, you're coming up.
Oh, no.
The table.
When you're done, you take your time, sir.
We're expecting a full dissertation of all these whiskeys, so.
I've only gotten through 5 of them, so I can't do them all.
Kim was here. I got to talk to Kim. I thought she was going to hang around. She's had to leave the live event. What a pleasure to meet Jenna and Scott in person. Now she just needs to convince Scott to actually spend more than 24 hours in New York City. I'm a small town boy. I can't do this. I can't do this concrete jungle, as they call it.
Yeah, listen, I love New York. Sorry, New York from the room. I went to get coffee. We went out this morning. I went for a walk to the juice bar, and I was like, I forgot about all the trash on it. It's a different world, but I love it. And we've had some amazing food. Like even yesterday when we got in, the drinks and the food has been. We were sitting there at dinner. We're like, oh yeah.
Luigi took care of us. At
we were
at the restaurant.
That guy was Italian off the boat. He was just so Anyway, the authenticity is unrivaled with New York. So it's a good place to be. But yeah. So
all right, let's bring Mario.
I'm getting sentimental.
In.
Mario.
And Arnaud picked his head around the door earlier, saw us, and then ducked back out real quick.
Would you like me to be back?
You got
right here.
I'll sit behind you, bud.
We've got 2 noise canceling mics because all the background noise. So you've got to be right on top of it.
Sure.
So I've only got 2 mics, so I can't have 3 people on the show.
Understood. No,
Mario, I know we met again. I'm Scott.
Scott, it's a real pleasure to actually meet you in person.
You bet. Great to
We've
meet
had
you.
a little bit of a virtual relationship, and I got to move this mic because
you bet.
Ben is a
Winter
giant.
and you might
Ben's a giant.
tighten up that
God's
side
sake.
screw.
He's as tall sitting down as I am standing up.
Mario, how long you been an SMWS member?
It's about 5-ish years now.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, not a whole lot of time, but but I really
probably because we were talking. You'd met Roy, or Roy, and you were on Isla at the same time he was in 2017.
Yes.
And Roy Duff, Aquavite, and he's been on SMWS. Big fan, big supporter. But
what a consummate gentleman Roy is.
Yeah. And then you were recently back there, though,
Yes.
and just happened to run into him again on Isla when Ben and Neil Patrick Harris was over there and Roy was with them. You were there at the same time.
If I can, I'll elaborate on that for 30
Yeah, you bet.
seconds. I wrote Roy to ask him if he was coming to Isla this year, because obviously none of us had been there since 2019. I was very much looking forward to seeing him, and he wrote back to say, "I'm really sorry, but I can't make it this year." And we were at the Ardbeg barbecue on Thursday night, and I bumped into Ben, and he introduced me to Neil, and he said something about Roy, and I was like, "Yeah, you know what?" He told me he couldn't make it. He's like, "Oh, I got a surprise for you." He's standing over there, and certainly I had to look over his shoulder, and there was Roy Duff talking to somebody else. I was ecstatic. People who you have a virtual relationship with, that you get the opportunity to be in person and standing in the same space and just enjoying each other's company. That's one of the great things I love most about whiskey and sharing whiskey. And Colin Dunn, who is one of Diageo's preeminent ambassadors, he's the ambassador for England. He portrays whiskey is a conversation. It's really hard to put it into better terms than that.
Yeah, that's a great point. Yeah, whiskey is conversation. I love it.
Yeah,
me
too.
What are you drinking?
So I am on the two middle fingers.
Okay.
Which is, I believe the three of these were named by Neil.
Uh-huh. Yep.
I couldn't wait. I wanted to wait till near the end to have this one because it's 66.3% alcohol. I would imagine your audience is well aware of this fact, but most whiskey doesn't even go into a cask at 66% alcohol, let alone into a bottle. So I thought it would be prudent to save this one till the end, being that 66% alcohol is normally an assault on the palate.
I'll pour a little bit more of that one. Zach and I went through each one of these. Spent about 10 minutes on each one, kind of a quick look at each one. But yeah, the 66.
That's a good look.
Yeah. 66% on this one's a whopper. And neat. It is palatable. It is strong. I like this one actually with 1 to 2 rounds of water, bringing it down a little bit, and it really brought out a lot of the sweetness and a lot more of the fruit showing.
I specifically did not taste it, waiting to sit here with you so that we might share it together. I've been nosing it since they poured it into the glass.
I'm going to just throw a drop of water in mine right away.
And I'll do that in a moment. I will always taste the whiskey before I put any water in, of course, I'm sure.
Absolutely. Yeah. I encourage the same thing. When I first taste a whiskey, same. Always do it neat. Always try it with a drop of water. Always have it with 2 drops of water. Now, if you've had the whiskey before and you kind of know where your sweet spot is, and then add your water, add your ice, bring it down right, right where you want it, right where you need it.
I agree. You know what I might add to that, Scott, if I might?
Yeah.
One thing I've learned over the years, and actually there's a scientist who shared this particular fact with me, your body chemistry is not the same every day. Yeah. Based upon what you've eaten and how much you've slept, your body chemistry will change a little bit day to day. I don't like to marry the number of drops of water. I'm a water drop fanatic. I will admit that. But I don't like to marry a number because, some days you want 4 drops and some days you want 5.
Yeah, that's true.
But that's one of the beautiful things about cask strength whiskey, and one of the great things about being a part of the Single Malt Whiskey Society. You get these at cask strength and you get to decide how much water should be in it.
That's right. Yeah, I agree.
Let's get in this.
Cheers, Mario. Great to meet you.
Same here. Thank you. It's a real pleasure. A long time coming. I got to agree with you, Scott. I think at first I would never have guessed this is 66% alcohol. The nose does not scream of alcohol at all, but the palate, I mean, you can tell certainly this is a cask strength whiskey, but not 66%.
Yeah, I'm going to put the banner back up there again. So Mario joining me. He's here. He's attending the gathering. And we've got Pickley Do, I think, coming up next. He's standing in the background over here. Again, this was the first one that Zach and I took a look at. 63.82, 2 middle fingers of Scotch. 66.3% ABV. It's a whopper on the palate. Neat. It is. It's very, very rich. There's a lot going on.
A lot of viscosity, Scott. A lot of viscosity.
Throw a drop of water on there and just see if you want
May
to.
I?
If you're ready, you bet.
Yes, I am ready.
And I'll let you see what you think. But it's I added a drop of mine, but I've already had it. And I think the water on this one really brings out the sweetness, brings out more of that fruitiness, more of the berries, the plums are going to show.
You know what? I agree. There's that scent of plum that I did not get beforehand that I have now.
Mm-hmm.
You really nailed that, Scott.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Oh, yeah. God, that is gorgeous. That is it's so rich. It's so chewy, so sweet. So much of those Oloroso notes that you look for and you expect, just busting at the seams.
You know what I like a lot about it is you get the notes of the Oloroso cask, but it's not overwhelmed. I find it frustrating when the casking overwhelms the distillate.
Yeah.
Here, there's a really nice balance between the two.
Yeah. And, you know, I've had some exclusively Oloroso matured whiskeys that are darker and there's more plums. There's more of the fig. Not necessarily, it's sweeter, more of the fruits, almost berries, even raspberries showing, and just a little bit sweeter overall, but just a gorgeous, gorgeous whiskey.
Look, I think there's a great balance between the cask and the distillate here.
Yeah.
And that's just an important factor for me.
Yeah.
If the cask overwhelms the distillate, then yeah. No, this is gorgeous.
All right. Well, Mario, thank you for coming on. Appreciate it. Great to meet you. And hopefully I get to
so
spend
much
a
for
little
having
bit
me.
more time and talk to you.
I will look forward to that. Thank you
All
so
right.
much. It was a
You
real
bet.
pleasure. Slàinte.
Slàinte. All right. And we've got Pickley Do. Ben went on a mission. We heard Pickley Do was here attending the event live. And we said, Ben said, I got to find him. And here he apparently this is Pickley Do.
I cannot believe it.
I'm
Hello.
Scott. Nice to meet you.
Great to meet you in person.
It's Chris.
Chris,
Yeah.
or Pickley
Okay.
Do. I don't know. Maybe we should keep it a big secret.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Pickley Do. Yeah, and you need to get these are noise canceling mics. So get as close as you can. Yep. You got
I
to
love that.
be right up on it.
Really fancy.
And most of our background noise has been getting canceled out, so they're taking care of all that.
Fantastic.
Welcome.
Yes. Thank you so much for having me. What an incredible event. It's just gorgeous, beautiful venue. I love New York City. Really exciting to be here and with all of y'all and these amazing grams. I don't know. Can you drink this through the camera? Is that...
Yeah. Look at the camera. You've watched plenty live.
Oh, of
I know
course.
you're always tuning in.
Love it. It's fantastic. What a great way to engage with all the entire society, especially during the past couple of years. It's been really crazy. A lot of people haven't been able to travel, haven't been able to go out and do dramming with their friends or try things. And that's what I love about the society. It gives us a lot of opportunities to really just get in there, converse, have discord. Speaking of have discourse. Speaking of discourse, love the Discord where we are always chatting about all the crazy stuff there. But no, it's been really, really great. So excited to be here. How wild is it that I get to be on these streams that I get to watch all the time?
Well, Ben came in and he said, "Is Pickley Do watching?" And I said, "No, I haven't seen him comment, but I haven't been really paying too much attention." And then Amy Buxton said, "He's there live. He's at the event."
I was talking to her the other day. We were doing some dramming the other day, and we were just talking about how it's coming up for this event. So really, really exciting. What have you been drinking tonight?
Okay, so we looked at. Have you had a chance to taste the 3 whiskeys
Not
for
all
the gathering?
three.
Yet? Okay,
Just 2.
Which one are you on? One now, or are you on one?
I am on the way out of. I believe I had to start with this one because how
peated?
great is that name?
You can't start with the heavily peated.
I like to switch it up sometimes. Although I had some of the other.
There are no
Rules.
rules.
No rules.
There's no rules.
We're in New York. No, I actually did have this delightful.
And Distill My Peating Heart. Yep.
Fantastic.
Yep.
Now the next one I had was the one with not the middle fingers.
So
2 fingers.
The 10-year is 2 middle fingers of Scotch. This is the 15-year junior suite at the Cask Resort.
Fantastic. Yes, I had this, and I'm almost done with this, and I've yet to try that.
All right. Well, let's pour. That's what
doing?
I've got right here, and
All
that's
right,
what
let's do
Mario just wanted to look at too. I've still got the tag up here, 63.82. Grab one of those clean glasses over there.
Fantastic.
Everybody watching, this is Pickley Do. Pickley Do is live on set.
That's too funny. I love it. Was not. I would have dressed for the occasion had I known I'd be on camera.
Now, this is a whopping 66.3% ABV.
Great.
66.3.
Good thing it's New York where you walk everywhere.
We've got a water-soaked paper straw here.
Love that.
We're going to get rid of that one
All right.
and pull out a fresh one for when if and when you do want water. 63 or 66.3% is a whopper. And Mario had joined me before. He was on this one as well. He actually waited till we went live. So same as you, he hadn't had a chance to try it yet.
This is exciting.
But where does your me? I love sherried scotches.
Yeah.
Where does your palate lie? What would you say is your?
It's really funny because I like everything. I started out like the first single malt I ever bought was Lagavulin. It's a 16-year-old, like way back when. Always loved that. I love the peated. But as I sort of explored more, I actually find that I like, and it's just the cop out, but I like everything.
Sure.
I really like specific flavorful profiles, things with a lot of flavor. So if it gives me an experience that's really exciting, especially if it takes me somewhere, like we know Ben loves the petrichor, and that's the thing. Things like that, when I close my eyes, take a sip, and if it transports me back to rainy block in London, or a field or a meadow or the beach or whatever, if I get that that's what I go for, the experience. So sometimes I get that with the sherried whiskey, sometimes I get that from the peated. I don't know, it really depends. So I didn't really answer your question.
Yeah, you like all whiskeys.
But I love sherried stuff.
Real quick, Adam Clary says, hello, Pickley Do.
Hey, how we doing, Adam?
George Kaplan says, cheers, Pickley Do.
Yes, I love it because these are all the people we chat with on the on the chats, in the live streams.
That's
and
right.
Discords.
And of course, and Amy Buxton, who said,
Of course,
here
Amy.
live. He
Cheers.
says, hey.
I was
Or
trying
Amy
to get
says,
Amy to come with, Amy and Brian.
Yep. She says, hey, that's one of my best friends.
Cheers. Good to see you.
Kim, who was here and had to leave, unfortunately, says that the Discord rocks.
Yeah,
You can
certainly
email myself, Scott, at smwsa.com or Jenna at smwsa.com. We'll send you a link. We verify your membership, that you're a member of the SMWS. We'll send you an invitation to the Discord and have you come in. And we're up to 80-some members now in Discord. It's a great chat. People love it. A lot of nice whiskey talk, SMWS talk, general whiskey. I mean, there's been bourbon talk going on in there. And
I think if enough members in the Discord ask for another cask of Brora, I think we'll get it, right? Is that how that works? Maybe. Maybe not. Sorry.
I'll have to see if the big boss can come back in.
We'll chat after a couple of these.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. All right.
John Coling says, hey, Scott and Pickley Do.
Hey, how we doing? Oh yeah.
John Coling, yep.
Of course.
All right. Let's let Pickley Do get into this.
Cheers.
63.82.
Well, I've been nosing this, and it's like that classic. I mean, I don't want to. Okay, here's the thing: when you do things blind, it's really exciting because I love. And I was just saying to Tom Smith, I love these blind tastings that you all do because I love knowing or finding out what I don't know. Because it's always fun and well to be like, oh, I love this kind of whiskey. I love that. I love this distillery. But doing these blind tastings have been so much fun because oh my God, I actually love this age. I love that distillery with this cask type. Really, really fun. So I actually don't know what this is other than the ABV. I don't know if this is Oloroso or not, but from the nose, I don't know. It could be. Is it a certain? It seems like it's Oloroso. It could be STR. I don't know.
These aren't the best glasses for nosing. Unfortunately, what they had on there, they're nice glasses. You're gonna know pretty quick what it is.
That tastes like Oloroso to me.
Yeah, exclusive.
10
years exclusive. Yeah.
You know what's funny? You said it was 66.
Yeah.
And some of the 24s that have come out are pretty high up there. 63. But this is like up there with it. It's got that rich oiliness, which I really dig.
Yeah.
Fruity, really fruity.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Now I've got water in mind. To me on this one. Oh wait, I'll let you add a drop of water and see what you think.
I mean, this is great without the water. I'm not gonna lie. I like the cask strength stuff. So this is.
You can tell it's hot, but it doesn't. It's still it doesn't feel 66.3. I mean that's a high ABV.
I would never have. If you didn't tell me, I would have guessed something like maybe 57,
58 to 60, maybe somewhere. In that line.
I'm not gonna say the S word. We're not using that today. Smooth.
So, oh,
Smooth. We're not using smooth. We're not
I don't
using that
mind. This, no, the thing is,
no, but it's rich.
yeah, I wouldn't say I don't mind smooth as some when it applies. I don't think it applies to this one. This one is a punch. This one is it's in your face. It's slapping you around, and then you think you finally quit slapping you, and then you're like, oh, thank God it quit slapping me, and then it starts slapping you again.
Oh yeah,
and
well, it just comes in waves of flavors. It's just
sherry. Oloroso. It's really well, okay. I did say there are some Oloroso matured whiskeys that I've had that are darker, that have more of the dates and the plums. Those darker fruits. Those are in here, but they're lighter. There's also berries. It's sweeter. It's not really that really dark Oloroso that you sometimes get.
It's almost light, and I actually get a salted caramel in it, which is really exciting because that juxtaposed. It's almost like a salted caramel syrup poured over those rich dark fruits.
Mm-hmm.
Really, I was not expecting this. Mm-hmm. I don't even know what the distillery is.
You want me to tell you?
Sure. You can. That is really funny.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
They do.
Shout out to Brian, who loves Glen Tacos. Also,
Distillery 63. He loves Distillery 63.
Did I say it? Oh my god.
You can say it. I can't say it.
I just got kicked out of the society. I don't know. This is it. This is the last time I'll ever appear on here.
I whisper it to him, then he just shouts, "Hey!" Oh, he whispered it to me. Must be all right.
No, it's really rich and interesting in a different way. This other one right here to me is a little bit lighter. It's a little bit not floral, but it's still got that wine influence. But this is like really, really well integrated, at least for my palate. It's just rich. It's flavorful. Yeah, this is one I really want. So.
John Bourne is saying I can hear pipes playing. So I do have we've got special mics here, directional. They cancel out a lot of the background noise, which is good. You're probably going to hear some stuff. There are bagpipes playing in the background. Hopefully, if you can't hear them, it's just a little hint of it. And
it's really exciting. I mean, there's a lot of live music, which is awesome. Also, this bar
George Kaplan says that Pickley Do just got banned from the next live stream.
Yes, as well I should be. I mean, I did the big no-no.
No, it's okay. We just can't say it. Yes. I know I was doing a live stream with Daniel Whittington from the Whiskey Tribe. He kept trying to guess the distilleries and throwing out. I was like, hey, people have on, they can do that all they want.
Yeah.
We just can't say it.
All right. Well, that's the rule. That's the big.
That's the rule.
That's fantastic. So, okay.
All right.
Can you talk about which ones? I'm just curious. Sorry, not to I don't want to go over my time, but which do you really, really, really enjoy from this?
Well,
selection? I know they're all amazing. I know you're not really also supposed to play favorites.
I can't pick a favorite, but these are really three exceptional casks. All three of them. I love deep, rich, and dried fruits. These are both great examples. Even the heavily peated this is such a great whiskey. Have you had a chance to try this one yet?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you started off with it.
Yeah, I know I did the wrong thing, but I had to. Also, can we talk about that name? How brilliant is that?
I know. Distill My Peating Heart.
I mean, I was on that live stream and I was like, yeah, that got my vote.
But no, it's and I don't go to peated or heavily peated that often. I do like them. I find myself, I go to sherry cask whiskeys more, but this one is a great example. It's a delicious, gorgeous, heavily peated whiskey, recharred hogshead. And it's just, there's so many darker, kind of fruitier notes, coming in with the peat. And it's not just a peat that has some citrus notes to it, from an ex-bourbon barrel and a little bit of a sugar sweetness. It's heavily toasted and there's brown sugars and caramels. Zach was getting dark chocolates and raspberries with it. And I totally agreed with him. Yeah. Gorgeous whiskey.
And this is a distillery that in their OB form, we don't see much peated whiskey.
Right.
Or if any at all. I could be corrected, but it's really exciting to get to try a distillery like this in a peated variant, which I think is really exciting. In fact,
absolutely.
This distillery was one of the first society bottles I ever tried way back when.
Oh, really?
Really, really exciting. I can't remember which one it was, but absolutely loved it. So,
all right.
Yeah. I'm getting kicked out because I said the distillery name.
No, we're ready to move on. We're ready to go.
Oh, that's too funny. I love it. It's good.
No, we were just wrapping it up, and I think.
Oh, on.
Oh, good. Everybody, yeah, everybody glad to meet Pickley Do.
Everyone
So-
has to say I did a good job so I can be back and not fired. Oh, that's exciting.
Aspen sounds
Do
good
it.
to me.
If that's the move.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
All
I'll sit
right.
by the fire and
Chris,
drink whiskey.
Great to meet you.
Wonderful meeting
Thanks
you
for
in
coming
person.
on.
It's also, I gotta just say, getting to meet all of these wonderful people in person after speaking with them on the phone or seeing them on live stream, it's like really kind of an amazing experience. So thank you so much
awesome.
for hosting this event. It's great to see you all, and
Yeah.
cheers and happy
Me-
dramming, y'all.
Me and Ben did everything, right, Ben?
Yeah, you did all the heavy lifting.
We've arranged all this. So yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Ben. Ben slid into Chris's DMs. Pickley Do. So
Yeah.
all right.
Oh my
Great
God.
to meet you. Let's
Cheers,
bring on
enjoy
Matt
the rest of your
Ryan.
day. Cheers. And
I
thanks
see
to
Matt
all of
Ryan
you
sitting
for having
over
me
here. Everybody's been wondering who Matt Ryan is. Come on. No, I think we got Matt and then Mike, and I think. Oh, I'll keep going. Wait, yeah. Matt.
Right in there, Scott.
Yeah, how are
we
you?
doing? I'm really good.
Yep, yep. Now,
I'm
I
normally
say,
on the other side of
yep,
this.
you have to get close. These are
I get myself closer.
these are mainly noise canceling microphones, so they're shutting out a lot of
Here
the
we are.
background noise. Pickley Do, if you can just kind of push the door shut behind you there. No, you can stay. Just
Weird
kinda,
being
yep,
on
there
this
you go.
side of the camera.
Shut down some more of the noise. Do you go by Matt or Matthew?
Matt's fine.
Matt. Okay,
Yeah.
Matt Ryan
Yeah.
joining us here, attending tonight.
All right.
Have you had a chance to try all three of
I've
these?
had all three, yes.
All right.
And I started as always with the Pete.
Let's do it. You want to start?
I'm
Let's
still
do that
a
one.
little
Let's
fresh,
do it.
Yes.
I'll use this same glass here. I've got a couple of dump glasses. Let me do that. Rinse this one out a little bit. We're going to take a look at the 16.56 Distill My Peating Heart. And I think, hey, push that door shut behind you if you would. All right.
See, I normally start and end with the Pete. So
Start and end with
I
it.
start and end with the Pete.
Good.
Scott. Normally. The people who know me.
Pickley Do was on before you, and he pointed out he always starts with Pete and then goes to others. That's kind of backwards, but there are no rules.
It seems backwards, and it's fine. I normally finish with the dirt F.
Ah,
So it is backwards world, but
what do you usually end with?
the dirt F.
The Dirtif.
The Dirtif.
He said it. You might have to get a little bit closer there.
The dirt F.
The closer you get, the better. So
Out there.
it's a necessary evil to cut out most of the background noise.
It is. I gotta say, it is weird being on this side of the camera because I'm normally on that side, seeing what's going on. So this is a new experience for me.
But good.
Very good,
Right?
Yeah, it is
Right.
good.
So you kind of see the setup. You see the camera, the
Yeah.
lights. We got the soundboard. We've got the comments and everything. Here,
Yeah.
I can bring up the comments so you see like when you're watching. And here we go.
Where my peeps at, George?
Adam
I knew
Clary.
George.
Adam Clary says, "Hi, Matt. No question your
What's going
preference.
on, Adam?
Your no question your preferences tonight."
Tar life is flowing. The tar life is flowing.
That's right. Daniel Duggar's already got it tagged. # Tar Life.
There's plenty of it in this 16. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, a lot of the Tar Life in 16.56. Only put the
Very,
Oh,
very
just turn that
dank.
off.
Very, very musty nose in the best way it can be.
I like the Recharred Hogshead on this one. I think it's played such a great role, such a great impact on this.
Very
Yeah.
citrusy too.
I pulled out though, like if you take a 10-year or a 12-year-old, they're paler in color. You'll get peat, and then you get kind of a citrusy
There is
sugar
There's
sweetness.
very citrus. Yeah.
But this Recharred Hogshead is bringing out more of the brown sugars, more of the caramels, just more darker notes with it. Really,
Yeah. Maybe even a
Like
little burnt sugar. I don't know, maybe a little bit.
I got like a burnt, like the orange zest.
Yes.
Like if you squeeze the orange, you have some cocktails and they'll squeeze the orange over it
On the
and
rim.
burn it. Yeah, on
Yeah.
the rim or do that,
It feels
But yeah, a great.
I gotta say, it's good to see everyone here tonight. It really is great. Interesting experience. Coming to the live things, watching it is one thing, but when you come, you see Tom, you see the people that you actually talk to, about with the whiskey. It's a great experience.
Mhm.
They really put on a great show.
And now I can hear. We've gone from bagpipes to live music and a singer out here now. I don't know if you can hear that in the background or not. 100 people plus out here in the lobby at Fine and Rare in New York, and great time. People having a blast out there. We're still going till we got another 20, 30 minutes yet out there.
Yeah.
But and most people watching, I love Dirtiffs. This in the heavily peated category is just it's really a great example in that
You can't go wrong with the
flavor
heavily peated.
profile.
No, especially a 16. I don't think I've missed a 16 that's come out, and I haven't had a bad one, and I wouldn't say that if it wasn't true.
Yeah.
So
Now, Matt, where do you live?
here in the city in
Do ya?
Freehold, New Jersey.
Okay. So
Yeah.
how far is that from here? What was
About
your-
an hour. in
Oh,
Jersey.
really?
Yeah, or just a little uptown.
So he says he lives here in the city, but it's an hour drive.
well, I go back and
That's-
forth. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I go back and forth. So
So yeah, I'm coming from Wichita, Kansas, into the concrete jungle here, as they call it.
is this your
Well-
first trip here?
I was here in 1988.
Oh, so it's been a while.
It's been a
The
while.
city's changed a little bit since you
Yeah.
were here last.
Yeah, but I don't remember that much, since then. But coming from Wichita, Kansas, about 400,000 people, a little over. Still nice. A lot of the amenities. Big city, small town feel.
Yeah.
But New York is just an amazing
New York
city.
is
It's
New
just
York.
a vastness.
Yeah.
And it just goes on and on. And like I said, you live in the city, but it's an hour.
Oh,
commute.
it is. Now, I want to ask you, you've worked for the society how long now, Scott?
I just started last November, so almost coming up on a year.
Now, I want to hear favorite numbers, favorite distilleries numbers. I want to hear the top three.
Ooh.
I'm going right for the meat, everybody.
24, 10.
10 is good. But 10's so
I-
versatile.
You know
That's
what? I got to throw 53 in there.
Yes, 53.
And that was a pretty quick 3.
The
but
vaults that
Oh.
she must have poured me 4 times.
we've
And
got
she kept going back, and I said, "I'll take another." She said, "Are you sure?" I says, "Yeah, I'll have another. I'll have another." of that."
the 30-year-old.
Yes, the
53.
30-year-old,
Yeah.
53. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can slip. I can slip.
You can
we were
slip.
just saying that. I don't think you can slip.
I got to tell you, some of the and we get quite a few casks from 53. Well, we're up to
Yes.
390, maybe getting close to 400
It's
now.
well over
casks
400 in the
from
UK.
53.
Yeah,
They're phenomenal whiskeys, and they're different, but they're the same but different, and they bring all these.
but also the age. You'll get a 10-year-old this month, and then next month a 30-year-old, and 15-year-old.
Yeah.
they're very consistent.
Yep.
They've always been consistent. 53s. Look at some of the comments here.
George Kaplan saying 1 Dirtiff and 2 Tar Life. Surprising, Scott. Oh, well, I'd say unpeated 10s. I like the peated 10s as well, but yeah.
But the 10s are so, like I said, you can get a Dirtiff 10, you can get an oil and coastal 10,
Yeah.
you can get a peated 10. There's heavily peated 10s. I think it's probably the most versatile distillery what other distillery or number releases in every flavor profile.
Yeah.
You know,
And we don't see as many of the 10s, but
No.
I mean that's one of my favorite distilleries overall. So now I did tell you the last 24, it was a 13-year-old. I don't remember the cask number or the name of it.
yes.
Was probably one of the best 24s that have come out.
Well, the last few years, so many of the 24s have come out, and they were. I got the last one. I think it was a 10-year-old, and it was an Oloroso to an Oloroso, and it was very, very heavy. It's a very heavy distillate to begin with, and you don't see that. You're not going to get that value in a store.
Right.
You're not going.
Yeah.
I think it was 100 and change, and you're not going to walk in the store and get that. You're not going to get that there. It's just what it comes down to.
Yeah. Gregor is tuning in. Time for a dram. 41.143 released yet. Scott, did I miss out? That's our 15-year-old. That's released tomorrow. All 3 of these are U.S. exclusive casks for the gathering. 1 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow. They'll be available. And free shipping all week until Friday night, 12 Pacific time. Take advantage of that.
Free shipping's big.
Yeah. Yep.
But you know that benefit? I get them delivered. I'm 3 miles from the warehouse, and it costs me normally $30 to have it shipped. And then it's the same someone having it 5 states away to have to say. I always found that crazy.
Yeah.
But
But you get yours the next day, though. It's
Yeah,
almost like
I
1 day
do,
shipping.
I do get it the
You
next
get
day.
one,
Yes.
you get
know
1 day
what?
shipping for
That is
30
the
bucks.
benefit. Yes, I get it the next day. Yeah. And I've asked Tom if I can go there and pick it up, and
Yeah.
that never flies. He
That
goes,
would be
"No."
nice. Yeah.
That would be nice. But
Yeah.
can't do that.
All right. Again, everybody tuning in late. Matt Ryan joining us.
It's our life.
Get to put a name with the
We're
face.
living it.
Great to meet you.
Thank you so much for having me, Scott.
Yep.
I hope I was okay.
Oh, excellent. Excellent.
Thank you, Scott.
Look forward to talking to you more out there.
Thank you. Thank
You
you,
bet.
everybody.
And I see Michael Epstein is over here waiting to come in.
I can't follow that up. Though.
Come on in. Now, Mike or Michael? What do you go by?
Oh, I don't care.
Either or.
Whatever you're in the mood for.
Mike? Michael.
Yeah, it's fine.
I like
Mike is
Michael.
fine.
I
It's
know
fine.
Michael.
That's fine.
Michael?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
All right. And I think and you've been around for a while, all of the SMWS personnel.
So all of the New York personnel, yes.
Yeah.
And I was around New York for, I think, 5 years. And then I actually just moved recently. So it's nice to come back and see everybody after a couple of years.
Where'd you move to?
So down to Raleigh.
Oh, Raleigh, North Carolina. That's
Yeah.
right. I heard you say that.
Yep.
You moved to North Carolina.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've been tuning in every month because I don't get the nice tastings every month.
Sure.
I used to go every month.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I've been tuning into you guys, which is awesome. So,
Good. So I'll tell you, I mean, as close as you can get to the mic, the better here. Noise canceling mics. So we need to be right up on them. How long have you been a member?
I've been a member now, oh God, I think 7 or 8 years.
Yeah.
And I,
Good.
like I said, when I was here, I never missed a tasting ever. I would, Tom used to do them every month. And then when we had like the Feggio releases, there were 2 a month. I always went.
Mm.
So it was nice to see everybody. Nice to see the old New York crew.
Yeah.
It was nice.
So have you had a chance to try all 3 of the?
I have tried all 3. I actually just finished some heavily peated, and I actually do both sides of the spectrum. So I love rich and dried
sure.
fruits, and I love peated.
Okay.
Like I'm not as cool as Matt though, but Matt does the peat more hardcore than me. But
Which one do you want to share? Which one do you want to talk about and look at? Do you want another pour?
oh yeah,
have you had too
absolutely.
much?
Oh no, never,
Okay.
never too much. What are we talking about? Come on. Let's see.
That's the 15
I
year.
love the 10 year. That
The 10
was
year?
that,
Let's do it.
That did it for me, 100%. May I?
Yeah, absolutely.
Even though the heavily peated was quite yummy.
Oh yeah. All 3. I think these are all 3 exceptional casks, really. Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Oops.
Party foul.
Hopefully that.
We can edit that out.
Yeah. I'll have to wait for that to dry out. All right. We are back to the 10-year-old 63.82. This is a gorgeous,
Oh, I
wonderful
love it.
whiskey, a 10-year-old Speyside, exclusively matured Spanish Oloroso or Oloroso, some stint in Spanish oak, but
See, that's my favorite. I said, I do both sides. I do sherried and I do peated, and the sherried for me is doing it right now.
Yeah.
Like really
Oh,
doing
yeah.
it right now.
yeah. And this one, 66.3% again, a stunner.
And it doesn't drink like that either.
Mm. Mm. Mm-mm. Wow.
So it's spicy, but it's fruity.
Mm-hmm.
Just what I want with sherried scotch. It's so good.
Yeah.
Really, really yummy.
Yep. Where does you said you like both?
Yeah.
And my favorite genre, as I say it, is sherried scotches.
Yes.
What would you say your favorite genre is? Where 4 out of 5 nights, where are you going?
It depends on my mood.
Yeah.
Okay. That's the difficult answer. The real answer is I do sherried. Actually, a lot of the New York crew know my father as well. My father, Brianna even knows my father as well. He used to come with me every month, and we are a sherried whiskey household for sure.
Love it.
So for me, that's why I said that was hitting the spot, because
Yeah.
4 out of 5 nights of the week, I'm drinking sherry matured anything.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to that, everybody.
Now, have you had? I'm sure you've probably had this Distillery 63.
Mhm.
You've probably had majority of them that we've released or have.
Oh yeah.
They have some sherry influence
Oh, yeah.
on them, and they're glorious, magnificent whiskeys.
You even mentioned with Matt the 24s. I
Uh-huh.
had the distillery dive,
Uh-huh.
the unsherried, the juicy oak and vanilla 24 was out of this world.
Really,
Seriously.
I haven't had it or heard anything.
Oh
about
God, I wish I had more. I would have shared because that's the first one that I finished.
Mhm.
It was, and it's weird. It was that kind of backwards aging. It was the sherry first and then the ex bourbon.
Ah.
It was so backwards and yet so good.
Huh.
Oh yeah,
it. Interesting. Yeah,
really weird, but like
yeah,
in a good
that would
way.
be.
You know what I
Uh-huh.
mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh,
No,
God.
this one though, I've talked about it enough.
So much orange peel on the finish.
Yeah, I get that.
Oh yeah. Oh, so good.
Yeah.
That's why I said it's hitting the spot.
All right. Well, I think we better wrap it up.
Oh,
We're
yeah,
coming
yeah.
up. We're at hour and 20 minutes. We only got a few minutes left of the live show out here, and I think I better go out and mingle a little bit and talk to some people.
I'll join you. We got more drams to share too.
Yep. Michael, thank you for joining me. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you
Great
for having
to meet
me.
you.
Really great meeting you in person.
Yeah, you bet.
finally.
You bet. We're going to wrap this up. The boss is checking on us. And thanks to everybody that tuned in. Appreciate it. Again, 1 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow. These whiskeys will be available, all 3 casks. And free shipping. Take advantage of that this week. Michael Epstein. Before him, we had Matthew Ryan, Pickley Do, and Mario join us on set here from the event. Great time. Hopefully next year we'll look at doing this again. And
Can't wait.
oh, I know.
I'll fly in
It'll be
again.
awesome. Great. All right. As we say, please remember, Scotch Malt Whiskey Society whiskeys are not for swigging, glugging, or knocking back. Please drink responsibly. Cheers.